What's up, everyone? This is your favorite autonomy coach, AB. Welcome to Mental Health is True Wealth, because it is. And as I've already expressed to you, I'm your mental health personal trainer. Welcome to the session. So in honor of Pride Month, we're going to discuss domestic violence. And even though it is not specific to the homosexual community, it's not. This is going to be for the homosexuals and the heterosexuals, but I would like to take one moment to first address the homosexuals. All right, all my people in the community. Just because you are engaged in a same-sex relationship, please do not think that it is appropriate to put your hands on your significant other. Just because you are the same sex does not make it okay. It doesn't. It doesn't. Now, even though domestic violence might not be in the DSM-5, it is definitely mental health related because it can create a trauma that is unaddressed. It can. So it definitely comes with some autonomy issues. And y'all know I'm your favorite autonomy coach, AB. Domestic violence is never okay. Again, I don't care if it's same sex, male, female, it's not appropriate. I don't care if it's male and female, vice versa. It's never appropriate to abuse the person that you love. And sometimes in the community, you'll hear, well, we both females. I don't care. It's not okay to victimize the person that you claim you love. People fail to realize that domestic violence comes on many different levels. There may be a psychological aspect to it, mentally, physically. It comes on different levels. Domestic violence, are also known as intimate partner violence, can be intergenerational. I love talking about intergenerational. It is an intergenerational trauma. It is a fact that whether male or female, if you grow up in a home that there is abuse, you are more than likely to end up being the victim or the predator. It's a learned behavior. It's intergenerational. That means it can be handed down from one generation to the next. Let's not inherit that. We want to inherit money, not trauma. Studies have shown statistically that this is a fact on what I'm telling you. Some of y'all think because you haven't been punched in the eye that you are not in a domestic situation, but I challenge you to challenge your thinking. So answer me this: how does the person talk to you? Is it with compassion? Is it with patience? Is it with love? Or is it emotionally manipulative? Or is it verbally abusive? No one's going to ever love you but me. Ask yourself that. How does the person now make you feel? Do they make you feel loved? Or is your self-esteem a little low? Do they take despite you telling them no? And that can be sexually, physically, mentally, emotionally. No is no. We've all learned that over and over again. Do they use money as a leverage to dominate and control you? A lot of people think that this is a problem for the past generation because we got so many independent women out here, but not every woman is independent. I would have played Lil Boosie Independent, but it might not be appropriate for this discussion here because I want y'all to take me seriously, because domestic violence is a serious situation. Well, I'm here to tell you, depending on how you answered that, you are in a domestic situation. It's plain and simple. DV can manifest in multiple ways. What most people don't realize is DV is taken in steps. The abuser is going to see how far you're going to allow them to go. So it might just start off with controlling you with money. It might start off with controlling the way that you dress. It might start off with just making little comments about the way that you look to make you self-conscious about yourself. And then it may proceed and proceed and proceed and proceed and proceed. And then the next thing you know, you're being abused physically. But it's in steps. Some people just jump to the shebang, but most abusers take steps. Why? They're trying to test the boundaries. Statistically, it has been proven that once one domestic event occurs, eventually, almost always, the other events eventually occur too. If you stay long enough. Key word, if you stay long enough. Check that check engine. If you stay long enough. Again, statistics have shown that DV has risen. Why? Because we have shows like Blue and Chris. Y'all know y'all love that show. Y'all was watching it. That shit was toxic and it was horrible. And I'm so sad that it aired. And I love Chrisean. I love Rock. I think she's an amazing person. But that was the worst image for our younger generation to see, because disrespect is not love. It's not love. Love should not make you feel horrible about yourself. Love should not have you putting makeup over your eye to cover your abuse so your family doesn't know what's going on. That's not love. Love does not make you hurt the person that you are supposed to nurture and help them grow. 2021, there was over 4 million women who reported that they were in a domestic situation. Now, males and females can both be the aggressor. Women were 6 times likelier to have more severe injuries that led to a hospitalization than compared to men. So I don't want this to seem like, oh no, men don't get abused. They get abused too. Women can be predators too. Y'all know I love to tell a story to make situations real. I love to tell stories because it helps y'all visualize what I'm trying to tell you. It's always someone in the stands that's going to say, not me. You got a homegirl now? Girl, I'd never be in a domestic situation. And then 5 years from now, boom. And I don't wish that on anyone. I do not. But don't be the person saying, never, not me. In the context that you're being judgmental. I hope that every woman feels like I wouldn't allow myself to be in that situation, but not in the context of you being judgmental. There's a difference in that, okay? So, this dude, right, he held his baby hostage with a gun, was trying to play victim, acting like, oh, woe is me, I'm trying to be father of the year, she won't allow me to be, all this other stuff, right? He later goes back and shoots and kills her while she's holding that same baby in her hand. DV is real. Y'all don't think he gonna escalate past just punching you in the eye? Wait till you leave and see how he acts. And this is personal for me because I've had both of my sisters be in a domestic situation. Rest in peace, they're not here anymore. And it hurt me dearly to know that they were involved with people that would abuse them and misuse them. So an abuser, they will typically have a cycle pattern. So they might abuse you and then they're going to shower you and wine and dine you and they're going to tell you, oh, this is never going to happen again. I promise you I'm going to be a better person. And guess what? It never happens. The pattern of abuse just starts again. And it's going to repeat itself. And for that short period of time while he's making everything seem like roses and dandelions, just remember that that only lasts for a short period of time. Once they know they can push that boundary, they're going to continue. It's like that respect thing, right? Once you lose respect, it's hard to gain it back because they already know how far they can go. The person that is being abused, typically the victim has low self-esteem. These people seek out partners that they know that can either, one, be easily broken down, or two, is already broken and they don't have to do the work. They may financially rely on the abuser, so they're not willing to leave. They may rationalize the violence by, I don't want my child to grow up in a household without their father, or I don't want the child to grow up in a household without a mother. But what images are you giving them? What's more important? You want that child to grow up and realize A, how to treat women, or B, how men should treat them? What is more important? or vice versa, whoever. You decide, you tell me. But a 2-parent household is not the do-all to be all. It's not. I apologize about that. I am here to tell you that your child is better off not being in that situation. And I know it's hard to say it, because who wants to say that a child is better than not being in a 2-parent home, but that's facts. All you're doing is traumatizing your child. These are facts. So my victims and my future survivors, I want you to please hear me. I know you may feel hopeless, and I know you may feel helpless, but you are not. Walk away and secure your safety. There's resources out there. No matter what situation you're in, there's resources out there, and you have to reach out. The news is constantly filled. Just Google it. If you don't believe me, just Google and see how many people were killed by their significant other. Hell, get on the ID channel. Almost every single show is dedicated to somebody being killed by a significant other. You're more than likely to be killed by someone you know. So I'm telling you, as hard as it is for you to start all over, as hard as it is to take your child from that situation, as hard as it is to financially have to get on your own feet, it is better than your child having to grow up parentless. Because the abuser ends up in jail and the victim in the ground. And that's the reality of the situation. You stay long enough, he's probably going to, or she's probably going to escalate to that. Because there's been women who's killed their husbands too. So again, domestic violence is not gender-based. It's very neutral, and it does not care. Start all over. Have the faith to know that you deserve more than that. And I'm telling you that you deserve more than that. All right? Somebody's going to love you. And until then, love yourself. Because that's most important. This distorted reality that your abuser has created is exactly that, a distorted reality. If you know somebody that's in a domestic situation, please help them get help. You deserve more. Peace.